Well, it's our pleasure now to be joined by the chairman of New Meadowlands Racetrack, Mr. Jeff Gural. And Jeff, it's our first year in our brand new $105 million building. How have things gone so far, in your opinion?
Well, I'm very pleased with the weather, to be honest with you, because that was what I was really worried about. And to be honest, it's probably the perfect day for us because it's not a beach day and it's not raining. So, and I think it's going great. I think we have to realize that we built a smaller facility, and I think it's working out. The people who are here, it's downsized. But I think everyone who's here, you know, you can make a bet. You don't have to. You can get something to eat. You don't have crazy lines. It's the right size and the right crowd. So all in all, I think if you ask people who are here, they'll tell you it's been a great experience.
Jeff, the elephant in the closet is slots. I don't think there's any question slots will eventually come to North Jersey. I think the question is, will the Meadowlands Racetrack and will horse racing be a part of the equation?
I think so. I think you're right. I think there'll be a casino at the Meadowlands. That I think for sure. Whether or not we're going to own it or not remains to be seen. I certainly hope so. And how that'll impact the horsemen remains to be seen. But you know, these other states are subsidizing racing, and that's really probably the hardest thing for us is the fact that we can't compete with Yonkers, Pocono, and Chester because the purses are so much better. So what we've got going for us is obviously a better racing surface, the integrity issue, better drivers, and post is important. But from the standpoint of purses, the purses are better at Yonkers and Pocono and Chester. And, you know, hopefully the state recognizes that, you know, they've got to address that issue, especially if we're going to, you know, get the breeding industry back where it was 4 or 5 years ago.
Now, you have your finger on the pulse of what's happening legislatively. Best case scenario, what is it, 2-3 years away for slots?
Well, the next piece of the puzzle is next November, we're hoping that there'll be on the ballot will be a constitutional amendment which would allow for casino gambling outside of Atlantic City. So that's the first thing, and then once that happens, then we have to see how they're going to, where they're going to put them, and how they're going to decide who gets it. But I don't think you'll see a casino actually here for 3 years at the earliest. So as far as that's concerned, the next 3 years you will not be a casino.
Now, you are very passionate about keeping the older horses on the racetrack, and we had Captain Treacherous in the U.S. Pacing Championship earlier. He didn't do that well today, but it's great to have horses like that taking on the top older horses. Creates a ton of buzz.
Yeah, I think people, you know the names of the horses. Right now, Sweet Lou clearly went from, you know, kind of not a great 4-year-old to a monster 5-year-old. Captain Treacherous, if he would draw inside, I think it would make a difference, you know, because to be honest, at the Meadowlands, if you can't leave for position, you're at a big disadvantage. And from what I can see, it's hard for him to leave. And, you know, in every race, he's sitting 7th, 8th, or 9th, and you've got Sweet Lou on the front end. So I hope the captain bounces back. He's a great horse, and obviously the same, you know, with the trotters. I think it's great. People know the names of the horses, market share, and now we've got Aki's horse from Sweden, so makes it exciting. Obviously, market share's got a bad post also.
I hate to put the kiss of death on anyone, but can you release your Hambletonian pick?
I'm a lousy handicapper. I mean, it's hard to go against Actor. I know I struck the Yannick right after they drew the 10-hole, and I was saying, well, it helps me because it'll help the handle because it makes it a better betting race. And he said, yeah, I'm not concerned. I'll win from out there. So that's from the driver anyway. But my goal would be that it's an exciting race, and hopefully the best horse wins.
Big crowd, big international audience today. You have to be very proud of where the Meadowlands Racetrack is positioned now and going forward.
Yeah, I think I am very proud. I think we're in. People are really kind of shocked when they come here, and hopefully a lot of people come here for the first time, and they'll come back in the fall when we open for the thoroughbreds in September. or if they just like the standard beds when we open back in November with the Breeders' Crown of Limbs. So a lot to look forward to.
Jeff Gural, chairman of the New Meadowlands Racetrack, thanks for joining us and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks, Sam.